A new epic equipment and potentially an update are coming in April based on the season calendar. So let's run you through all of the events coming in April as well as the new hero skins and scenery. Going over the calendar first, the new crafted defense season kicks off on the 1st of April. Not an April Fool's joke. It is a 4-month cycle with builder-based defenses in the home village. I did break these down on my main channel and I will leave a link to the video in the description in case you're interested. Also, we have the Clan War Leagues kicking off on the 1st of April, but there is something important to read out for you. This is a direct quote that the team have given us because 5 versus 5 Clan Wars are being removed temporarily. They say, we added 5 versus 5 with the intention of getting more players playing CWL. Unfortunately, we saw a large amount of clans drop down from 15 versus 15 to 5 versus 5, which resulted in less players playing CWL. A lot of people were benched and therefore not able to get the rewards. Maybe the novelty would wear off, but clearly this is having the opposite effect of what they intended. So they are going to rethink how they can improve CWL participation for everyone going forward.
We do know from the recent blog posts that we will get more leagues added to the Clan War Leagues, so we will have to wait and see whether a reshuffle happens then. But just know for April, it is back to 15 versus 15 and 30 versus 30. Next on the list is the medal event on the 8th of April. Normally, they do add the season challenges or the gold pass to these season calendars. Don't worry, I will be going over all of the hero skins. The one in the gold pass for the Archer Queen is pretty amazing, and this month all of the skins tie together very nicely. But we'll go over those after the calendar. The medal event, we do know that there is an epic piece of equipment coming for the Dragon Duke. That was something they confirmed when that hero released. Seemingly, this is the equipment. The image is of a jetpack. That will be from April the 8th to the 29th. But we will be able to break down the medal event for you one day beforehand, and I will bring you that video on my main channel being more gameplay.
Moving down over though, we have the clan games as ever towards the end of the month. There is also the treasure hunt from April the 28th that actually pans over into May. However, the question mark is the interesting part of the calendar. In previous years, we have had an update either the back end of March or in April. Obviously, we did not get an update in March, we had the Dragon Duke update in February. So this question mark could very well be what they are hinting towards, but we'll have to wait until seemingly later in the month, the calendar would suggest, before we get any concrete details as to that. The first hero skin available for you in April, though, is obviously within the Gold Pass. It is the Bass Bow Queen. On the selection screen, she puts on a show, punk rock in action. On the home village, she will equally play the guitar on top of that boombox as well. But you know that I like to be able to see the heroes quite visibly when you are in an attack, and for this month that is definitely the case. The Queen with the purple lightning when you first deploy her, and then she will basically just run across to the buildings and fire from her guitar bow towards the buildings. However, it is very vibrant purple cartoon almost vibe with that impact as she attacks the buildings. When it comes to her knockdown animation, that boombox is stuck right on top of her. I think the team have been doing a great job with skins recently, and this one being a Gold Pass skin, it is definitely top-notch. As part of the revamped Gold Pass, you can select a different hero skin as well. It is the Dark Ages King skin that you can get for this one.
Next up though, on the 5th of April, we have the Showmaster Duke. I am the Dragon Duke. You will remember my name. Well, you heard it. He is the Dragon Duke. Pretty interesting selection screen on the home village, equally screaming into that microphone, also has the flames behind him as well. On the attack, we equally have that initial deployment flame, Dragon Duke then just flying quite normally towards the building. This skin is a bit more aesthetic than movement. Certainly when we get to some of the other ones, you will see the difference. But the Dragon Duke, as you've seen, just attacking relatively standard towards those buildings. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. It does appear like he's trying to whip the buildings with that chain as well. But then when he goes down, that chain wrapped around his neck for the knockdown animation. On the 7th of April, you will then be able to get the String Shredder King, with the electric guitar again joining in with the hero rock band that we have going on. Gives a nice little performance in the hero hall for the selection animation, and then equally moving on to the home village and you tap the king, he will give you a bit of a solo performance there. As well, like the other hero skins, when you deploy the king, you get that lightning effect, strumming his guitar as he's walking to the buildings, and then for his attack, he's basically striking the buildings with the guitar. Again, very visible for this hero skin. You have that effect as he's actually impacting the buildings. For the knockdown animation, somehow getting his head stuck under the guitar strings. Obviously quite stuck.
Moving to the 10th of April, we have the Beat Smasher Prince. This skin is certainly interesting, as you can see the minion prints all pieced together there, but then he has his spider drum kit that he's smashing away on, and they're all very talented with their individual instruments. Just like the other heroes, putting a performance on, whether it's in the hero hall, actually fire at the drums. It looks kind of funny, but either way, that is a unique attack animation for the minion prince when he gets knocked down. Just has that drum over the top of his head.
Moving to the 12th of April, you will be able to purchase the Royal Scream Stress Royal Champion skin. This one is probably my favorite, and you'll see why once we get to the attack animation. The singer of the band alongside the Dragon Duke, I guess, but she has a pretty cruel Clash t-shirt, and she also has the spinning mixer for the Seeking Shield. On the home village, she equally puts on a performance on top of that shopping trolley, and that transfers into the attack as well. Once you deploy the Royal Champion, she will ride that trolley across to the building she is ready to attack from, and then she will be throwing the spear. Again, very vibrant attacks. You can clearly see the Royal Champion's impact to the buildings. The Seeking Shield has the spinning blade pinging through the buildings, but I just think the whole moving across two buildings on the shopping trolley looks hilarious. And for the knockdown animation, hiding inside that from the bladed mixer trying to attack her.
Moving to the 14th of April, we have the Key Striker Warden. This one is an interesting one. Using his sorcerer thoughts to play the keyboard, putting on that performance, capping off the entire Meat Shield band they are called, or at least that's the in-game lore that we have for the home village. He does casually walk around his hero flag just playing the keyboard, but when you tap the Grand Warden, he will jump on top of it in order to rock out. Moving into the attack, you get that initial deployment lightning bolt, and then it's a bit different if he's on ground or air. On ground, he will just walk across to his target, just reposition the keyboard in order to fire from it. Again, very vibrant, very easy to see that this is your Grand Warden and instantly identify your hero. On air, you can see a little bit more of that blue electricity below the Warden as he's floating across to the target, and then actually plays the keyboard in order to strike towards a building. For the knockdown animation, if he's on ground, he has his head stuck through that keyboard, and if he's on air, his hand is stuck as he's getting raised up from the
Finally, we move to the scenery, which does release on the 3rd of the month. I just like to do all of these skins first. But this is, again, an XL scenery. I really like these where you can just pan out. You've been able to see a little bit around this rock concert scenery. It's not my favorite in recent times, but I don't mind it. It's not overpowering or anything like that. It is cool to have all of the troops around the stage where that rock concert is taking place. Certainly one of the most interesting aspects to me is the tiles around the outside of the village. I have to say I'm not a big fan of those. They are a little bit distracting. Maybe they will grow on me. You can see on the main stage of this scenery, we do have Meat Shield up to perform next, all of the heroes, and we even get to see the band in part rocking out over towards that area of the base as well. Let me know what you think of the hero skins and scenery coming this month. Though be sure to subscribe to this channel for Clash of Clans discussion-based videos and some more of the more casual news for Clash of Clans. Any official gameplay updates, or for that medal event, I will bring those on my main channel. So I'd recommend subscribing there as well if you enjoy my content. But that wraps it up for this one. I will place a recommended video on your screen that YouTube thinks you will like. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.